I love this. I love this music. The Dorado music is great.
That's one thing that, it's kind of underrated, but one thing Overwatch does so well, all the audio cues from like the music to the, what the heroes say, how the ults sound, it all adds to the game in a very positive way. I mean,
yeah,
it's just sort of the Blizzard touch.
Some great voice acting that, those moments that come up, Junkrat and Roadhog always stick out with whatever they say, always makes me chuckle.
Junkrat actually kind of like freaks out because it's like, this guy is actually truly insane.
Oh yeah, his emote is great. He's dropping bombs and he loves it. He dances around like he loves his work. He's a passionate guy.
Yep, and now we have Team Melty coming out of the gate on defense. We have D-Gun on Pharah, Nico Go on that Reaper again. So effective when we casted in round 1. Cry W on the Zarya, Moonell on the Reinhardt, Cabal on Mercy, and Bod on Symmetra. So you called it, Hex. Whether or not we'd see a Symmetra on the first point here, we are going to see that defensive Symmetra. Yeah,
there's great places to put all her little turrets to slow people down, and also, of course, the teleporter's huge. If you hold long enough and you get that teleporter up, because the walk can be so long here. Now, on offense, unless we get juked out of this, the lineup looks like Too Easy is going to be running on Tracer, Valutaja on Zarya, Neonarco on Reinhardt, a Zenyatta, one of the first times today, is going to be played by Unfixed, Morte is going to be playing a Lucio, and Pharah will be played by Stefan.
Yeah, definitely interested to see the Tracer play on this map. Sometimes people do prefer Genji, and with that, the gates are open, and we are moving on map 1, Dorado. Now let's take a look at Too Easy here as he runs that Tracer. Let's see how effective Tracer's gonna be, because Tracer not always the go-to choice on Dorado. A lot of people preferring Genji, but he is getting in on that Reaper. The Reaper suddenly not feeling good, but he's sort of baited into the Symmetra room, and he is taken out in short order. Too Easy would have had that kill, but well-placed Symmetra turrets doing the job.
Yeah, what's really interesting is the Zenyatta pick, in my opinion. I mean, I think it's a great offensive pick here. A Mercy only rewards you when your team has died and you can res. The Zenyatta is more of an active pushing support, where you're going to get that Transcendence up and everyone's going to be damn near invulnerable.
Yep, and right now we see a D-Gun, working as one of the defensive Pharahs in this game, throwing down a lot of pressure, just, standard defensive Pharah stuff. He was getting power boosted, and it's going to be interesting to see how him and Stefan end up dueling. We've seen a lot of Pharah duels in the last few games. Looking at Stefan right now, Stefan is coming over the top. He does want to take out the other Pharah, but he is not boosted. They only have a Zenyatta, so he can't really challenge the other Pharah as effectively as he might be able to if he had a Mercy of his own.
Yeah, and this cart push has been stalled out. The defensive combo is holding left side really well with this Pharah and the Mercy, but a big ult comes down from Red's Reinhardt.
Yeah, that was a amazing ult, really cleaning up quite a bit of Fnatic's team, and Fnatic going to suffer almost a full team wipe. Morte is just saying back, is like, you know what, I'm just going to skate back to my team. I don't want this, but no, he doesn't even do that. Nico saying, let me help you back to your base, and just sending him back with extreme prejudice.
Now, they do have a couple sets of ultimates, most notably their support ultimates are both up. Lucio's shields are up, and Zenyatta's Transcendence is up, so if they want to make an aggressive push here, they can do it with those support ultimates.
Yep, and I am watching Nico. Nico, of course, with all those great Reaper flanks to start with, he is putting a lot of pressure on the Tracer, a little bit hard to go. We have a big Zarya ult, though, coming down from Valutaja, trying to apply pressure to Melty, but Nico is going to Death Blossom, and most of it's going to get negated by Reinhardt shield, but Reinhardt himself will go down. Reinhardt and Lucio both down, and kind of brawly for both teams, but Melty holding strong this far.
Yeah, the Transcendence ult did come in, but I don't know if it was really followed up effectively, and of course he just waited, Reaper just waited for it to be over and then Death Blossom, but there is some good pressure on the cart now as they move forward. Mercy's Resurrect is up for our defending team though.
Yeah, the defense just sort of back up a little bit, but again, forcing the attackers through another narrow choke, and note that they do have a teleporter up, so it's gonna be hard to get through. We do have Lucio ult going down for Fnatic. Fnatic gonna try and push forward with that. Arrow Barrage, though, coming in, sort of flanky, not able to get the value that he wanted on what he was attacking, but it doesn't really matter, because meanwhile, in the end, I think Nico got several picks on the Fnatic backline, and 3 people went down for Fnatic there, and they're just getting it stalled.
Yeah, Melty holding really well. There is some backline pressure from Tracer, but she can't do this all alone, and they're going to try to hunt her down. There she goes in the back line.
Yep, Tracer is going to go down, and Melty is holding strong here. Fnatic only with 2 minutes to get it to this first checkpoint, and it is not at all guaranteed.
Yeah, right now Melty has some great defensive ults up. They've got Zarya's Graviton Surge, a Res, of course, for Mercy, and Reinhardt's up, so they got stalls for days.
Yep, so right now I'm watching Tracer. Tracer just running into the Reaper. She's going to try and get this Reaper pick here. Too Easy, looking to get that harassment, looking to, split things a little bit off from the choke. Big Zarya ult is going to go down. However, And 2 people on Fnatic are going to get taken out. Reaper is taken out for Melty, but Melty still holding strong here, Hex.
Yeah, again, it's these arches, man. They're hard to get through. We got Zenyatta up here being a little more aggressive. Now, they did switch off of Lucio to a Mercy, so we'll see that they felt the shields weren't enough, or maybe it was overkill with Zenyatta's ultimate. So now, Fnatic is running a Resurrection.
Yep. And we do have Volataha with the Zarya ult is going to get 3 people taken down, but Cabal with the great res for Melty, and Melty is still in here despite the work of Zarya, but a Reinhardt ult is going to go down from Narco, just not enough to follow up with him, and Melty is going to hold strong here, even though it was looking a little bit dicey after that Zarya ult.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, the Zarya looked like it was going to be a good initiator. It just wasn't there with the follow-up. Transcendence used, I think, as a desperate measure by Fnatic's unfixed on Zenyatta. I think he was getting focused down and had to use it just to save himself. A huge Zarya ult goes up, sucks people up, but again, the follow-up is simply not there.
Pharah was kind of there, but Pharah had no way of really safely going into follow-up, and she had no arrow barrage. She had arrow barrage, might have ended differently, but right now we're going to see pushing out from Melty here. Nico going out with the Death Blossom is going to take out 3 people on Fnatic, and I don't, unless overtime gets triggered now, I don't think Fnatic's going to bring this to the first point.
Yeah, you saw Melty there. They were doing well on defense, but they got like a little bit past the cart. They decided, well, what's the point of going past here? We're going to hold back a little bit, and now they're in a comfortable spot.
Yeah, I'm not even sure overtime's going to get triggered here. They're trying to get on the trigger, but no. Melty with a very, very dominating first round against Fnatic. About Fnatic staying in there for 4 minutes, 58 seconds, or thereabouts, but wow, that was a very strong hold by Melty.
Yeah, this might be a res play of the game here. We'll see.
Mercy play game, just not something you see too often. Maybe just power boosting on the Pharah.
Never done.
A double res, and then she lived through the Earth Shatter. Play of the game for me.
I mean, for me, the play of the game in terms of the Overwatch side of things, it kind of makes me want to do the, the Twitch, the shampoo is so good emote, because I don't, that's a little bit weird that was play of the game, but Mercy definitely playing very well overall in that game.
Well, I mean, that's
and Mercy having great, or Melty having great defense all in all.
Yeah, I think maybe, I mean, any recommendations you'd have for what Fnatic maybe did wrong there?
I mean, honestly, maybe they just needed, just more aggressive tanking, maybe Winston further in the back. It's hard to say. Melty had a very, very impressive defense that they were holding down there.
Yeah.
But the sides will switch up, and we are going to see just how Fnatic will respond here. Fnatic might come back with an iron defense of their own.
I'm not certain, and granted these guys are all better players than me and have probably figured it out. I'm not certain Tracer was the best option there in offense. She was harassing on backline, being a little annoying, but she wasn't getting picks on the backline. Not really doing enough on the backline, in my opinion. If you want to disrupt your hero, maybe they could have gone something different there. But that's retrospect, and of course it's easy to say that now.
Yep, and as a side note, because that push did not get forward at all, we're not going to be running a timer on this game. We're just going to be taking a look at how far it pushes on the first point, because not even the first point was gotten to. So just so to clear up any confusion about timers or related things.
I'm still confused, but I think you'll hold my hand through it, ZP.
I will hold your hand.
I appreciate it.
All right, so right now we do have a side swap going on, but it looks like we have some technical difficulties. It looks like someone from Fnatic is no longer in the game, so we might be looking at a remake here. Yep. I'm going to just ask in chat.
Possible.
Oh, wait, Stefan. It looks like Stefan is getting back in. I might have spoken too soon. If he's in, then we are good to go.
What was the unmasked man in, what'd you guys call it in Heroes of the Storm? The random character?
The Shadow Popeye?
Shadow Popeye.
I mean, you've seen his biceps? That guy.
He's a Heroes of the Storm.
Okay, they're saying no. Okay, they're saying one crash, so it looks like. Looks like we are going to be remaking here, so stand by, but we will be bringing you the second half of map 1 between Fnatic and Melty. Fnatic with a very tough road ahead of them here. Well, we are leaving, and while we wait, you guys will be able to see our beautiful faces. I am ZP, and I'm joined by Hex, and we are casting week 1 of the Overwatch Weekly EU Cups.
Yep, brought to you by GosuGamers. We'll be doing tomorrow's NA version of this exact same thing. Just myself and ZPs as well. So we're just Overwatch binging this weekend.
I know. I mean, first we get a great EU tournament Saturday, followed up by a great NA tournament on Sunday, and we're just going to be doing this week after week. So please join us not only tomorrow, but next week as well.
Yeah, and this was the match we wanted too. Like, as soon as we saw the brackets, we're like, oh man, wouldn't it be great if Melty ended up playing Fnatic? And granted, that first game was a bit of a stomp, but these are two of the top teams in EU going at it in our semifinals.
Yeah, I would not count Fnatic out. Fnatic with a lot of experience behind that team. You know, maybe that first point draw was just too hard to get through. Maybe we'll see a counter stonewall, in which case that's going to be a little bit rough to figure out, you know, which team pushed the cart further. Is there because that's going to really push the limits of tiebreaker systems right now in early Overwatch. So, I mean, I'm kind of, for a logistical standpoint, I'm kind of rooting for Melty here to at least get to the first checkpoint.
We'll see how it all works out. I think everyone's added here. Yeah, I mean, it's some interesting plays. I was expecting a little more from Fnatic, but I haven't seen them play a lot. I've seen Melty play a little bit more than them, and Melty looks pretty dominant right now.
Yeah, definitely. Melty, I mean, they looked very dominant when we casted their first round match to the point that we were stuck filling time for ages. And, you know, of course, no harm to Melty. They put on a great show, but, you know, for round one, it's like, wait a second, we have to wait how long? Because they finished their round one match way in advance of basically every other team in the bracket.
Yeah, I think we might be holding the other semifinal game right now too, just waiting up on that so that we can bring you the second semis and then the grand finals. But we are rounding out the tournament so far. Type bracket in chat to check out those brackets. Follow everyone on Twitter, ZP's Twitter, my Twitter, GosuGamers Twitter, all that, tweet and stuff.
Yep. My Twitter can be found Twitter at TempoZP. Hexagrams can be found Twitter at Hexagrams.
See, that's why you got to get like a unique name. Then you would have it everywhere. My Twitch is Hexagrams. My Twitter is Hexagrams.
Yeah, I honestly, I look back at my decision with my naming and just like, man, I should have just unified all the stuff. But you know what? That's the path I've chosen. But it's looking like both teams are about ready to go. We are going to be heading straight in to the second half of map 2. Melty not having to push a cart very far here to win, Hex.
Yeah, they got to get through that arch, but I think, you know, once they get to that very first point, we can absolutely call it there. Like I said, I'm confused sometimes, but you've got it all figured. You've got a strong handle on things.
Yep. So again, we will not be showing the time to beat on this time, just because it would be a little bit confusing to the end audience, more so than not showing any time at all. But all Melty has to do to win is get to the first point. And I think really if the payload even gets to the fountain, that will be further progress than Fnatic got it in their entire game. So that would probably be the tiebreaker there.
Would you say a timer would be too confusing for new players, much like a 10th deck slot in Hearthstone?
Oh god, a 10th... Let's not even mention such sorcery.
The technology just isn't there.
No, let's not wish for things that would destroy us all. Now, for the defending team, we have Team Fnatic. We have 2EZ onto Symmetra, Volataha on Zarya, Neo Narco on Reinhardt, Stefan on Pharah, Unfixed on Zenyatta, and Morte on the Mercy.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of Zarya today. You know, it's kind of unexpected. She's been the go-to for the off-tank, and I think it's mostly because her ultimate ability is so strong.
Yeah, I mean, Zarya, it's one of the best ults in the game. It's only, in my opinion, only slightly behind Reinhardt's ult because, you know, it's not a full stun, but it's still very, very good. I would say, Hex, what are you seeing on the attacking team? But they're being sneaky until the end here.
Yeah, a lot of chore burns. I think we'll probably see Digan on Pharah, and we'll probably see Cabal stay on Lucio. Nico, in your call, he's going to the Genji now. Bot is going to play Mercy, as is his class. Moonell is going to play Reinhardt, and Zarya comes out again from Cry.
Yep, and I'm going to watch Moonell in the beginning here, and, you know, we don't give enough tank love here, but we have the Pharahs already facing off on top. Genji in the back line, you know, looking to get some picks, but Reinhardt now pushing the payload for Melty.
Yeah, we got the combos. I don't see where Genji's at right now, but I think I missed something huge. There's a lot of deaths on offense, or defense, rather.
Yeah, I was watching the payload and all that. I think just the defending side, I think a lot to credit to go to Nico there, because so many people on Fnatic went down from the back, and this payload is just cruising all the way through the arch and then some.
Here's why that's especially brutal, is because it happened way too early, way before Symmetra could even get her teleporter up, so reinforcing this is going to be darn near impossible.
Yeah, and Symmetra actually just kind of getting picked off there. Symmetra way too far in front, and we are watching Genji getting behind the Reinhardt, throwing down right clicks and the melee. Nico doing all sorts of work. Nico go really with some phenomenal gameplay here, and he is pushing people back because he knows if his team gets it to the payload checkpoint, it's GG.
Yeah, this is over. This is already over.
And GG is called, and there it is. Melty with a very, very dominant map 1 or Fnatic. And we are just going to go straight into the next lobby for map 2. Wow. Give it up to Nico Go there. Unfortunately, there will be no play of the game because we are just leaving this game right now. But wow, Melty,
yeah,
not just winning, but dominant.
I'm wondering what the play of the game was, because I turned away for a second. I heard Genji's little annoying shuriken thing. My opinions on Genji notwithstanding, and then 4 people were dead.
Yeah, that was, I mean, you think that most of the action would go on the payload, but the backline assault there was just, it's like, hey, all Fnatic's dead.
Yeah, and what, like I said, it was especially brutal because they didn't even get Symmetra charged up to drop a teleporter. She didn't get her ultimate up, and then that walk from spawn is so far.
Yeah, but
as someone who dies consistently on Dorado, I can tell you that is one of the longest walks in the game.
It is a long walk. It is hard to defend that. I mean, at least until it goes further up. So we are getting invited back in the lobby. Oh, is this, I wonder, is this actually Temple of Anubis?
It gets a lot of hate, Temple of Anubis. A lot of people don't like playing control points. Or capture points, as you will.
Okay, no, it's looking like it's just switch to King's Row. Because that'd be surprising. Okay, so Fnatic is taking King's Row attack to start out with. And that is going to be their choice. So...
yeah, we've seen a lot of King's Row today. It seems like, and how I mentioned earlier, it is the epitome of Overwatch right now. A dynamic map, payload, capture points, the terrain changes so much. You've got a great defensive hold in the middle where you wouldn't think would be a standard place to hold. Really, it showcases everything Overwatch can be.
Absolutely. Yeah, King's Row, and it's kind of interesting that the first control point is like so far up, and usually teams have trouble holding point A, but as we've seen, some teams have been able to hold point A for way longer than expected. And it looks like we are going directly into map 2. No wait downtime for the people watching, because we are heading into map 2, Fnatic versus Melty on King's Row.
Teams have been so kind, always asking if we're ready to cast.
I know, they're not just like, hey, it's just like, whatever, casters, you're not important. Like, they care about us. They care about our feelings. They see us as people. We're people, X.
And they're absolutely wrong, but it's nice of them to try. Did you see the video today, just while we got a little bit of moment, of the teleporter trap on this map?
I did not.
If, there's this weird subway way in the back that goes down and does nothing and goes nowhere?
Yes.
Anyway, if you put a Symmetra teleporter behind the grate down there, apparently you can drop it down there and your team can't get out, and there's no suicide button like in other FPSs, so your team's just stuck down there. I could see that being for Symmetra. Symmetra's entire theme is, order, not chaos, and if your entire team is orderly in a subway grate that they can't escape from, that's pretty orderly. Yeah, the video is on the top of subreddit somewhere. It's the art of trolling done very well.
All right, and we see the defending team, Team Melty, coming out of the gates. We have D-Gun on Pharah yet again. Nico Go on the Reaper. Cry on Zarya. Bod coming up with the defensive Symmetra on point A. Cabal on Mercy. And Moon L on Reinhardt.
Yeah, it's kind of been their standard meta so far. That the first game we cast today, if you tuned in late and you want to learn how to play Reaper, watch the VODs, because Nico goes absolutely insane on this map. Just puts on an impressive display of Reaper skills. So it looks like I will try to do the attacking team now. Right now they're on double Lucio, on Fixed and Morte, both running Lucio. Too Easy as a diva. Zarya's going to be played by Valutaja. Neo Narco on Reinhardt, and Stefan's going to be playing Pharah. And we have seen a double Lucio strategy before, and it looks like they are running it.
Yep, and right now we are looking at Reinhardt at Reaper as he goes, and he is already looking for the flank onto the Reinhardt. Lots of damage going down. Reinhardt is going to get taken out in short order. Pretty nice pick early on from Nico Go. He does have to back out just a bit. And you see Too Easy right now trying to bring the war back or to that point, getting back his diva, not able to get too much of a capture there. And pretty decent defense early on by Melty.
Yeah, Nico again going huge, just like the tank killer Reaper himself. And now he's going to be rocking on this left flank. He just waits for the team to go past him, and he drops right down again.
Yep, and he's doing a lot of damage. Both of them coming close to die, but no, Stefan is going to take him out. The Pharah for Fnatic, laying down the damage, and right now this is actually looking pretty okay for Fnatic. Nico Go is down, a few people down for Team Melty. A Zarya ult's going to get out for Cry, but not going to hit anyone.
An absolute
And Fnatic looking strong right now.
Yeah, it's been some good pressure. It's been sustained pressure, too. They haven't taken heavy losses, which will really slow down a push. Right now, though, we're going to see Reaper come in, and it looks like Melty is maybe going to be able to put some pressure here.
Yeah, we saw that really big Reinhardt ult go down. Zarya ult is going down. Moonell going to try and protect himself, but no, he is going to get taken out in the Zarya ult. Nico Go is going to Death Blossom, I think killing one before he dies, and Fnatic is coming in force here. Lots of people down for Melty. I'm not sure they're going to be able to hold this. Their teleporter did just come out, though, so if they hold, this is going to be good. A big Zarya ult going down, but no, Pharah not able to get the follow-up. Oh, that was so close.
That teleporter did go down. Now they are going to be able to reinforce much more consistently, and they're going to have to. They just lost 3 players. And
The D.Va ult. Taking out 2 people on Melty.
It was going to be close to getting Reaper, too. His Wraith form was about to expire.
Yeah, and what we're seeing right now is that Melty's just having a real hard time, catching their ground here. I think they've used most of the charges on the teleporter, but the teleporter really proving its worth. They are able to eventually turn the tide on this, and I think they're going to hold here.
Yeah, you've seen it absolutely change the way this game's been played. As soon as that teleporter came up, they went from being in a pretty sketchy spot to stabilizing their defense.
I will note that Fnatic did get a third on that point. We see Nico trying to go in for the flank. He's going to back out. Watching Stefan right now, he's going to come out over the top as Pharah. Note that they're still not running any Mercy. They're running double Lucio, so Pharah not with that boost, and a Death Blossom coming down from Nico, going to take out Pharah, but no more than that, and Fnatic is rushing in.
Yeah, we see the Reinhardt come in with a charge there, make some space, take out the opposing Reinhardt. One of the shields comes down. A huge Zarya ult and followed up by a Reinhardt ult.
That was some phenomenal coordination. The Zarya ult, the Reinhardt ult, that took down 3 people on Melty, and Melty's going to find themselves in trouble here. Also note that the teleporter is gone. They ran out of charges. Zarya was not able to put Symmetra was not able to put another one. Reinhardt fighting valiantly, but he's going to get hammered by the other Reinhardt. And Fnatic in very good shape here.
A new teleporter is up. A new teleporter is up right above the point. And they just reinforced that.
Wow. So what was looking so good for Fnatic, suddenly Melty's like, hey, we're actually here. The Symmetra teleporter is still operational, and they just came back.
Yeah, the teleporter is down again now, but it's been such good Symmetra work to keep their team up. There's now that they have turret guns to the point, and yeah, they restabilized. However, Fnatic did get a second tick on that capture.
I'm watching Symmetra right now. Symmetra very close to getting her ultimate back up. She is at 85%, so she doesn't need too much more to get that all-important teleporter back up. Nico is harassing the backline, is going to have to go for that health, and it's kind of just hiding in the statue area. Note that Too Easy was taken out on some of his Tracer harassment. Let's take a look at Nico as he goes back in here, is able to get the pick on Reinhardt, is still going in, is going to shift out of the Zarya ult, and he's still going in, but he's going to have to reload, not able to immediately punish Zarya, is going to kill Zarya and get taken out.
Yeah, the Reaper does get taken out by the Tracer there.
But I'll tell you what, Symmetra ult is up. She's about to place a new teleporter.
That teleporter's been the MVP of the game. Now she's going up. She's going to try to hide it somewhere. Now their Zarya ult comes down.
Zarya ult taking out not one, but 2 Lucios. 2 Lucios for the price of 1. And Reinhardt is going to go down. And I gotta tell you, Fnatic not with a whole lot of time left here. Only 44 seconds again this first point. Are we seeing a repeat of Dorado?
Yeah, and both the Lucios going down is really bad. However, both Lucios have their ultimate up right now. So does Tracer. So does Reinhardt. They have most of their ults up except for Zarya. They do have the ammunition to go for one last push here.
Yep, and I'm watching Stefan here. He does have Aerial Barrage. I'd expect to see most of the ults coming up here. Both teams at full strength. And they are pushing in. Reinhardt leading the charge, but looks like both Lucio and Tracer getting picked off immediately to start that off. 3 people down for Fnatic. They're not going to be able to push this, even with the ults. We have Aerial Barrage coming down, but it is able to kill Symmetra, but this is not enough, Hex.
Yeah, that was a 3v5. With the Lucio going down early, Tracer went down early too. They're going to try one more push, but the Zarya ult to zone out, and this might be it.
Yeah, Melty looking very strong here. They still have that teleporter up. Aero Barrage is going to come down from D-Gun. It is going to break that Reinhardt shield. Reinhardt is going to go down. And right now, they have to trigger overtime. They have to do something. Pharah trying to run over, but no, not going to be in time. And Melty with a very impressive defensive hold yet again. It is looking very good for them in the semifinals.
It looks like Melty owns King's Row. Like, they seem very comfortable here. The Symmetra play was phenomenal. Their setups, all great, all working in concert.
Yeah, and that just, what a play, just. Now note this was the part where Fnatic got that very big wombo combo. I thought they were going to take point A off this, but Melty able to reinforce so quickly with the Symmetra. If I had a combination, I'd actually give it to the Symmetra because that teleportal did a lot of work.
Yeah, you could see the flow of the game was absolutely dictated by that teleporter. They were in trouble. The teleporter, the first one got up, and they were able to stabilize. Then they were in trouble again. The second teleporter came up at a new location, so it couldn't get scouted as easily. They're dropping out at the top, and they take the point back. Teleporters win games.
Yeah. You know, can I just say, I feel it's a little bit biased against casters. I want a commendation, dang it.
Well,
Let us have some say in it.
Well, yeah, but we just get to say it, I suppose. They don't need
Yeah,
they don't need the vote.
I want the visceral feel of hitting a Facebook-esque like button.
But see, I don't know what I would do because I always vote for myself, and if I'm not up there, I wouldn't even know who to vote for.
I mean that, but then you have the pleasure of just withholding your vote. Think about it.
I do get salty and to do withhold my vote sometimes.
So note that we are switching sides. Both teams are still in. Now is going to be Melty's turn to attack, and should they just capture point A, they will be the victors.
Yeah,
Not only of this map, but also they will be buying their ticket to the grand finals.
Yep, to the finals. We're going to see the defensive Symmetra. I'd be surprised if we didn't. And man, Melty looks unstoppable from last week to this week. Is there anyone who can give these guys a game?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I thought that, thus far, these games have been very one-sided in favor of Melty, and I thought Fnatic would come out a little bit stronger than they have today. I mean, the series is not over. Fnatic can still make a comeback, but they have a long road ahead of them.
Yeah, we'll see. We're preparing defenses about 50 seconds out. It looked like we had a crash, but both Stefan and Neonarco did manage to get in the game, so good. We're all set.
Yeah. We'll wait. They might call for a remake here because they are in defense, and if they can't get there in time, that'd be a little bit rough. We'll see if they can switch off, select their characters, and get in. But on the off chance that they can, for the defense right now, we have Unfixed on Symmetra. Yeah, Unfixed on Symmetra. Morte on Mercy. Volataha on Zarya yet again. Stefan on Pharah. Too Easy on Roadhog. And Neo Narco to be determined. If he doesn't get in soon, I assume they're going to call for a remake.
Yeah, I'd imagine. But so far, seeing Too Easy on Roadhog. It's the first Roadhog we've seen today.
Okay, they're saying it's live, so Neo Narco is in. We are going live. This is map 2, side 2, Melty versus Fnatic, and let's see how Fnatic holds here.
Melty's going to make their push with a Mercy Bod. Moonell is going to be Reinhardt. Cry on Winston, which is a great pusher. Nico is going to play Genji for offense. Dagon on his Pharah, and Cabal is going to play Lucio.
Yep, and I'm not going to miss out on Nico's Genji this time around. We are watching Nico's Genji as he goes forward. Will he be able to do what he did on Dorado? He is getting into the backline, is going to reflect, but no, he's going to get taken out very quickly by a combination of fire and Symmetra turrets. But we see Melty swarming on top of the point, already making pretty good time here. We see Pharah throwing down shots from above.
Yeah, we do have a bit of a problem for Bod, who's in the back. You're kind of alone on Mercy, though. The Winston comes up, and Bod is able to escape with that trait. Mercy flying away without making no wings.
And note, a lot of people still up on Melty. Melty, I think they're really wresting control of this point right now.
It's going to be important to see if this time Fnatic can get a teleporter up, because as we saw how important they were last game.
Yep, if Fnatic does not get the teleport up, this could be a very, very quick point A. Pharah is though, going to get taken out, but heroes never die. Rez coming out from Bod onto his entire team. Lucio is going down. They want to get point A now. They do not want to deal with the teleporter later on. Reinhardt ult does go down, but Melty looking strong now. Reinhardt, though, ult going on down on their entire team, but everyone on Fnatic is dead!
No teleporter.
They're all dead.
No teleporter.
That's game. That's GG.
Yeah, that's game. My goodness. Who is Melty, and what can we do about them?
I don't know, but Melty looking very dominant. That is going to knock Fnatic out of the tournament. Melty 2-0, advancing into the grand finals. Wow.
You know what I really loved about Melty's strategy there? We talked about how